May Sarton's Plant Dreaming Deep is a luminous memoir of solitude, creativity, and the art of making a home. Written with lyrical grace and emotional honesty, the book chronicles Sarton's move to a modest 18th-century farmhouse in Nelson, New Hampshire, a place she must first dream alive before it becomes her sanctuary. This is not a memoir of grand events, but of quiet transformation. Sarton invites us into her inner world as she paints walls white to catch the light, chooses the perfect yellow for her kitchen floor, and cultivates both her garden and her spirit. Each detail is infused with meaning, reflecting her belief that beauty and intention are inseparable from emotional depth. What makes the book so resonant is its celebration of solitude as a fertile ground for creativity. Sarton writes with vulnerability about the joys and challenges of living alone, the rhythms of writing and gardening, and the delicate balance between privacy and connection. Her reflections on friendship, nature, and the creative life are tender and wise, offering readers a sense of peace and possibility. Stylistically, the prose is elegant and meditative, with passages that read like poetry. Sarton's voice is gentle yet clear, and her observations, whether about a neighbor's kindness or the way light falls across her desk, are imbued with reverence. It's a book that invites slow reading and deep reflection. For those who cherish intentional, emotionally rich living, Plant Dreaming Deep is a kindred companion. It's a reminder that cultivating a home, a garden, or a life is an act of love, and that solitude, when embraced with grace, can be a source of profound beauty.
An excerpt from page 28 to 29 in Chapter 1. I Met My House. From Dublin we followed an interminable road through lonely woods for 4 miles, then emerged into a charming brick mill town sitting sedately beside a lake, and again veered off into thick woods. It began to feel like one of those journeys one takes in a dream, a journey that has no end, in search of something that can never be found, where if one wakes at last it is to the accelerated heartbeat of terror. I did not intend to live on the edge of nowhere. But then, quite suddenly, the long road took an abrupt turn to the left, and we found ourselves out in the sunlight of a small village green. "This," Mrs. Runlet said, "is Nelson." I saw a tall white church with a tall white spire, a cluster of houses, an abandoned brick schoolhouse beside a clapboard town hall, a tiny memorial library, and that was all. So silent, so serene, it felt as if we had just pushed a magic door open into the 19th century. There was not a soul to be seen. Beyond the church we turned in under a stand of old maples, and there, a little back from the road behind its semicircular drive, withdrawn from the village itself, stood the house. Still under the spell of so much light after so much darkness, I drank the sight in, first the pleated green fan over the white door, then the door itself, ample and welcoming, framed in 2 narrow windows, set off by delicate carved white pillars. I noted the wide granite step and the way it slipped into a grassy slope, the 12-paned windows, the gently sloping roof above them, a chimney at each end. The whole impression was one of grace and light within a classical form, and I was so dazzled by this presence that for a moment I could only see, not hear. But then I heard an oriole, high up in one of the maples, singing his song of songs. I had not heard an oriole since I was a child. In my agitated state, these notes fell with an extraordinary resonance. I felt reassured. It seemed, in fact, like a sign. And then, as if woven through the song, I heard the silence. Each time I come back, here the same miracle happens. I bring the world with me, but at a certain moment the world falls away, and I'm inside the life-restoring silence.